Have you ever been in a high-stakes meeting and just wished you knew what the other person was really thinking? I mean, what if that wasn't some kind of superpower, but actually a skill you could learn? Well, today we're diving into a really fascinating approach that actually merges the art of mind reading with practical, real-world sales coaching. It sounds a little out there, right? Like something straight out of a movie. But this is the big question we're going to tackle. We're going to break down what mind reading actually means in a professional sense and see how it might just be an incredibly powerful tool for success. Let's get into it.
Okay, so first things first, we need to be clear. This is not your typical professional development seminar. Not even close. We're looking at a method from someone who sees the world of business through a very different and, frankly, much sharper lens.
And this really shows you the huge difference in philosophy. You know, traditional coaching, it's all about the externals, the scripts you should follow, the process, the perfect closing lines. But Gregg Dwyer's method, it flips that entire idea on its head. It's all about the internal. It's about understanding psychology, perceiving those little cues, and really unlocking what drives the person you're talking to. It's a huge shift from just learning what to say to learning how to truly understand. So you're probably wondering, how in the world does someone even get into this? Well, it didn't start in a boardroom, that's for sure. It actually started on a stage, fueled by a deep fascination with the mysteries of the human mind. Let's take a look at how this performance art turned into a powerful business strategy. So the journey began decades ago, deep in the world of performance arts. But over time, there was this click, this huge realization. The techniques used to wow an audience weren't just magic tricks. No, they were based on a deep insight into how people think, how they react, how they communicate. And that brings us to today, this unique blend of stagecraft and psychology, all designed to give professionals real-world, actionable skills. And this gets us to the very heart of the method, the unseen advantage. It's all about learning to tap into this rich stream of information that's floating around in all of our interactions, but it usually just goes completely unnoticed. It's about learning to see what everyone else misses. So yeah, we have to redefine mind reading here. In this context, it has absolutely nothing to do with magic or psychic powers. It's the art of understanding human perception. It's about becoming incredibly good at observing and interpreting the hidden dynamics of communication that are happening right in front of you all the time. And this art, it can actually be broken down into 3 pretty concrete steps. First, you learn to read people, to really pay attention to the nonverbal stuff, everything that's being said without words. Second, you take those observations and you use them to understand their true motivations, the why behind what they're doing. And finally, you use that incredible knowledge to elevate your own performance and get much, much better results. So, we've seen the what and the how, but what about the why? I mean, what's the point? The goal isn't just to learn a cool new technique. It's about fundamentally unlocking the potential you didn't even know you had in every single interaction. And the results of this are pretty compelling. This isn't just theory, okay? The outcomes are very real. We're talking about taking your sales techniques to a whole new level, seriously enhancing how you understand your colleagues and clients, and just navigating every single interaction with this new, deep sense of confidence. You're not just improving a skill, you're gaining a much deeper insight into how the mind actually works. And don't just take my word for it. This quote just perfectly captures the impact. Coming from Kenton Knepper, the founder of Wonder Wizards, when he says it's inspirational and transformational, that has some serious weight. It really shows that people who've experienced this don't just find it helpful, they see it as a total game changer. Okay, so after looking at the method, where it came from, and the results, what's the one big takeaway here? What is the real secret to success that this whole thing is built on? It really boils down to this one powerful idea. So many of us are completely focused on our presentation, our slide deck, our sales pitch, our script. But true success, the kind that builds real connections and gets real results, that comes from shifting your focus. It's not just about what you present to others, it's about what you're able to perceive in them. And that leaves us with a final thought, something to really chew on in our own professional lives. We spend so much time crafting our message, perfecting what we're going to say next. But what if the key we've all been looking for isn't in our words at all, but in what we can finally learn to see?